So this is Message to the Front, written by Omu-Dele Adams. Interior, Grand Tower Hotel, Human Resource Manager's Office, day. Gabe, 20s, fresh-faced and quiet, nibbles his little finger and jiggles his leg. In his hand, a small drawing pad with some really great fantasy sketches. The tiny window of the office looks out on the lobby of the Grand Tower Hotel, St. Anne's, West Indies. Like the rest of the hotel, the office is less grand, more tar. He turns as the HR manager, an abrupt yet jaunty Annette, 50s, bursts through the door. She maneuvers between the piles of paper on the floor and desk to slide her slight frame into the chair facing Gabe.
No, Gabe, you're not in trouble. Quite the opposite. Cons will be resigning at the end of the month. I'm moving you to the night audit till I can find someone to take over.
The graveyard shift? Why?
You're young, efficient. Up for keeping late hours like most boys your age.
I drink tea at 7 and I'm in bed by 9.
And before I have to waste my time trying to hire someone who won't quit after a week with cons, I figured I'd look at home.
But why me?
You're the only one cons doesn't actively hate. A useful skill set.
That's luck, not skill.
Around here, darling, luck is a skill. You start tonight.
Tonight? But I have art class tonight.
Gabe, be realistic. Art doesn't pay the bills. Tourism does.
That stings. She gets up. This meeting is over.
Now, I've already talked to your manager and your transfer has been approved. Go home, sip some chamomile, get some sleep, and see you tonight.
She practically shoves him out of the door.
What is my life?
Oh, don't be so dramatic, darling. Nothing ever happens during the night audit.
Exterior Grand Tower Hotel, worker parking lot, day. The bus for the afternoon return shift idles as the irritated bus driver waits for the staff to board. Gabe lingers last in line. He's on his phone.
I know I promised I would spend more time with you, but I need this job to pay for my classes. My teacher says my portfolio is almost good enough to be sent to Marvel or...
Yo, stop chat the people them women are going to leave your backside to walk.
I'm sorry, I gotta go, babe. I'll see you Oh, crap.
Walk your tail home.
The bus moves off. Gabe hoofs it, just missing it. The cell falls and is crushed by the wheels. Driver and passengers cackle.
What is my life?
Interior Grand Tower Hotel front desk, night. Super, 11:17 p.m. The front desk takes up one side of the square-shaped foyer of the hotel, opposite the entrance to the casino. Down the center, the open plan bar. A few guests mill about. The lobby is quiet, save for the clickety-clack of a keyboard. Leaning hard into his grumpy old man phase, the world-weary Conce, 30s, finishes punching commands into the system, looks at his watch, then at the clock on the wall, willing it to change. He groans internally and turns to the new transfer, Gabe, busy taking notes.
So yeah, double check your folios, make sure you got a DAT tape loaded, a blank one, and hit enter once. The report should start being generated.
Looks at his watch again, purses his lips, 6 hours to go.
Okay, how long does it take?
Hour and a half, depending. Let me give you a word of advice, eh? Make sure you set up the audit early enough so you can get some food. Let one of the day shifters tackle the phones before they get a chance to leave.
Cool. Where do the night shifters get food from?
I'll let you know when I come back from the kitchen.
The phone rings, Conce winks, Gabe blinks.
Wait, what?
Conce is already halfway across the lobby. The switchboard screams. Interior phone closet, night. Gabe squeezes himself into the tiny broom closet of a room, grabs the bleating handset.
Grand Tower Resort, Gabe speaking. How can I be of...
He trails off, silence on the other end.
Service?
More silence. Gabe shakes his head, finger hovering over the cancel call button. Then a voice like a drunk Jason Statham barrels through amid high-pitched shrieking in the background.
Hello?
Hi, yeah, front desk? You what? No, I'm calling about our wee problem. Gabe pulls the memo pad pencil at the ready.
This is front desk. What seems to be the problem, sir?
Just looking for someone to come and patch this hole we got in our room. Things got a bit rough and I told you I'm making the arrangements. Bloody hell, women, eh? Gabe is thoroughly confused.
I can send someone around from maintenance, yes?
Good man. Make sure you send us a nice, big, strapping lad, if you please. Emphasis on the strap.
Sure thing. They can be there in about 5 minutes or so. What's your room number, sir?
3-1. Not sure. Hold on. Oi, what's this room number again? Yeah, 314. Gabe scribbles the info down.
Room 314. Got it.
Misplaces the cat's pajamas. Hear that, love? They're sending someone with a hammer for that gaping hole.
A hammer?
Slam, he's hung up. Gabe looks at the receiver baffled, then dials maintenance.
Hey, Cletus. Yeah, there's a couple over in phase 3 complaining about a hole in their wall. Yeah. Check it out and see what's up, I guess. Room 314. Yeah, thanks.
He crosses it off his notes and hangs up. He flips through the little art pad to an empty page and begins sketching.
I reach back. Let's get back to it.
Coming.
Interior front desk night. Perpetually uptight fan of the Queen's English, Derek, 50s, the night manager, pops out of his office. With him is the excitable and sharp-tongued Irene, 30s, dressed casually, uniform slung over her shoulder in a dress bag. Derek flares his ill-cut toothbrush moustache.
Gather round, gather round. Welcome to the night shift, Master Gabe.
Hi.
I do hope you're settling in all right.
It's, I had a weird guest call. Something about...
They're all weird.
Indeed. I have word from High that the singer Crisco, formerly of the American R&B music group, As Boys, Yet Men, is...
What kind of stupid name that?
Derek's grand speech is getting derailed. Irene's visibly excited at the mention of the group.
going to check in incognito for next week's music
No such thing.
Derek personally.
festival, midnight-ish, to throw off the press and the so-called groupies. Irene has volunteered to assist there.
Irene, volunteer. Lies.
Why don't you, Hussey?
Derek's eyes twitches.
Check-ins. Early today, reservations blocked off some 6 rooms for...
Not going to be enough.
For Godfrey's sake, Conce. Don't you have something you should be doing?
The report of them still processing.
Now, I want everyone on their best behaviour, as the Grand Tower Hotel is the most prestigious hotel on the island, and as such, we have a reputation to uphold. Master Gabe?
Yes, sir.
Put that nonsense away. It would be unbecoming for guests to see you engaged in that and not them.
Yes, sir.
Remember, at the Grand Tower Hotel, when one of us fails, we all fail.
Derek strides off. Gabe sadly puts the pad and pencil away.
I'm going to spruce up. Let me know when my booth thing arrives.
She flits off the change. As she leaves, interior Grand Tower Hotel front desk night. Cletus, the security guard maintenance man, 30, storms up, toolkit in hand. He slams said kit onto the counter, shaking his head, vexed.
Nope. No, sir. Not me and them again. No time.
What happened?
It's a whole other kind of fixing them guests want. Not going back. They could suck salt.
Peter, cease and desist the theatrics.
Go fire yourself.
Peter storms off. The phone rings.
Put it on speaker so you can finish this report.
Gabe punches the button. It's the Brit again. Oi, you sent the maintenance man to our room, but the fella didn't want to maintain.
I'm sorry, sir. Is the hole too large to fix tonight?
You could say that. Gabe looks pleadingly at Conce, who sequesters himself to the phone closest to watch. Your brochure promised that the staff are up for anything that will make us, the guests, happy. Right now, that means getting toppy with me poppy. Ain't that right, love?
All right, love.
When did I agree to this?
During the second interview.
second interview.
Interior karaoke bar, flashback night. A very tipsy Annette glides through the rowdy crowd as she screeches the full tilt off key hook of Divinal's "I Touched Myself." An obvious Gabe sips his drink, talking with his friends.
I want you. I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. Woo!
Drops her worry frame squarely into Gabe's lap. He freezes in fear.
I touch myself, touch myself, touch myself.
His eyes are dinner plates as she grabs his free hand and roams it over her body, grabs his face and looks at him in the way a cobra looks at its next meal.
Ooh,
Interior front desk, back to scene night.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
The brick woman is heard on the speaker.
I got hankering for some island spice.
Derek chimes in helpfully.
I recommend our house special, tar and spice cocktail. We also have the best liquors on the island.
I bet you do.
Enjoy your liquor.
Soon as I send them.
Gabe, go and see if you can sort out the issue in room 314. If Cletus is not up to the task.
I was just about to.
When one of us fails.
Would you like me to take a look?
Would you? Come on up. Gabe hangs up, grabs the kit and heads off. End of Act 1. There we are. How did that feel to you guys? Emma?
It was, yes, it was quite strange, us all being white, Englishy, Britishy folks doing that. But I think, you know, that there's some nice stuff in there. I did make a few notes. Shall I quickly read them?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I thought I could see it being done in a style that actually echoes the cartoons that he draws, you know, like the flashback and the breaking the fourth wall potentially of, you know, what is my life, which he says a couple of times in this section. There were times when I thought maybe, you know, like Gabe on the phone, it was a bit of exposition stuff, and maybe we could have had the person he was talking to perhaps, or just to, you know, drop out some of that kind of this is what's going on sort of stuff. Does the bus hit him on page 4? I wasn't sure. So suddenly it hits him. I didn't know that meant it hit him. It was going, or whether he was hit. But it was just quite funny.
I thought it ran over his phone.
It did.
I think he dropped his cell phone and then it ran over his phone and he missed the bus.
Yeah. He said it suddenly hits him, so I guess it just hits him that it was going, and then it runs over.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah. A tiny thing, I suppose, is that to say a wee problem, seeing as we're probably imagining a kind of Cockney type character from the way he was describing him. That
It's more Scottish, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe just that he might not sort of know that. I wasn't quite sure of the entrances and exits because some time, or the time passed between the scenes, because on page 8, Derek strides off at the top and then he's talking to Cletus in the very next section. So I wasn't quite sure who was where when. But that was all. I thought there was some, you know, really, I'd like to know what happens next. So I guess he's doing his job, isn't he?
Absolutely. Thank you. Rachel.
Yeah. I was going to ask about the "What is my lifeline" actually, because I was wondering what sort of style it was going to be as to whether that would fit. But now you've said that, Emma, I can see that, and I think that would work. I thought a few bits could be sped up a little bit. Perhaps a few bits could be cut out for my own personal taste. You want to hook someone pretty quickly with this. I could see certain bits being quite comic, which is nice. I really liked Derek's character, but again, maybe could cut a little bit of his lines, but I can see that he's the type of character that might say a lot. The recurring lines were cool, that when one of us fails, and it'd be nice to bring that in. It's something for the viewer to recognise, which is really good. And I enjoyed having a little off-key sing, so thank you.
Stuart, what's your thoughts?
Grammy's in the post.
Well, I mean, that was the first time I'd seen the script, so I hadn't had any time.
First time we've all seen it.
So it was like initial reactions. Yeah, I thought it was quite snappy. I got the sense of the bustle of the hotel. It reminded me of Hotel Babylon, actually. That whole thing about the concierge and the front desk and things going on in the background and stuff like that. So that was good. Yeah, I like you, really. I want to know what happens and what's going to happen in the room when they go and fix the hole or whatever. You know, it's like what they're going to find. But yeah, it's good. It's got a lot of promise, I thought. And good. I could hear the dialogue, you know, from the script, or you can hear it. So that's great to see. And good for actors to kind of get that straight away. You know, you kind of hear and read what the character is pretty quickly. So that was great. Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I liked the fact that it was written in patois. I thought that was quite funny and well done. And it kind of, now I'm of a generation, and I will put my hand up to this, I am of a generation, kind of reminded me of Desmond's.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, with all that interaction that, yeah, it was, I don't know how to put it, not cliquey, but they were all tied, and it's the patois that separates them from, obviously, the rigid English stoic. But yes, I liked the tagline, you know, one of us fails, we all fail.
Yeah. Derek, I thought, came across quite sort of Ricky Gervais, you know, in The Office. I could see him as that type of person.
Well, either that or
I actually thought he was born and bred there, but he's pretending to be RP, darling. So it's kind of like, oh no, I'm posh, you know, but he's actually
he is. That's right.
President.
Well, it says he's white and British. It says that in the script, white
Does
British.
it? Oh, okay, I missed that bit then. Fair enough.
But I thought
it would have been funnier if it was the other way around. But
I got him also as like, I don't know if you remember it, Heidi High, but the chap who was the manager of the camp there.
Wow, you're making us go back a long way.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, it just reminded me of them.
No, it doesn't say he's white British. He just says he's not type fan of the Queen's English.
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I misread it.
I was going to say, I don't think it says he's white, but not that colour should matter, but.
Yeah, fun. And actually, if you want to go back that far, I'm thinking of Leonard Rossiter and the guy that is now in Death in Paradise.
Yes.
Don Warrington.
Don Warrington plays a really great uptight English speaking kind of, you know,
Danny John
accent. Yeah.
Danny John Jules is good in that as well.
He's fabulous in that, yes. So, Catherine.
He'll always be cat.
Yeah. Okay. I enjoyed it. I thought the visuals were really good. They came across quite well. Easy to visualize. I like the connection. I wasn't too fond of. I think it was the scene with the teacher or the tutor type thing. That was a bit. That sort of slowed down for me that little bit. Other than that, though, nicely defined characters, good dialogue. It reminded me of Fawlty Towers, actually. It made me think of Fawlty Towers, which I thought was great. It's like a modern version of Fawlty Towers with a bit of a twist. I apologise for my terrible accent. I find it very hard to not read out loud when they're written in phonetics. So I kind of automatically go into the an accent. So I apologise for that. This is obviously a cold read, and that was my first attempt as I saw it. So sorry, but yeah, otherwise I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I'd like to see what happens next. So well done.
Yeah, I think what we've got from that is we've got a lot of things that it was like, which is a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like something else, but then make your own way in the world with it. I agree with
you're initially going to go there because you're like, oh, this reminds me of.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only thing is I would like a little, just a snippet more information when you change scenes to somewhere we've not been before. for instance, the exterior of the Grand Tower Hotel, the bus for the afternoon return trip, I'd kind of like to have just a little idea of what that location looks like. You know, is it going straight across the front of the hotel, or is it on the road outside the hotel? You know, it's minor stuff really, like that. Yeah, it's really good. I would like to know what happens next.
Definitely.
Fabulous. Thanks, guys.